One Punch! Yes, now it's time for some One Punch Man goodiness now. I've got to say, really excited. I was like, okay, I've got to wait for the second part of this chapter to come out before talking about it, because boy oh boy, my boy Saitama already like just straight up knocking the that bitch ass like out. And also as well, Genos, like the upgrade on Genos is just ridiculous from itself when you think about it, just like how much he's upgraded himself to this point, and it's like still like you can see how much further he's got to go to reach the levels of like say people like this cockroach guy that he went, and even like Sonic, even with like adding into the other people as well, like Garo, like imagine like if he ever gets to Boros levels, Saitama, like just seeing how much he can just upgrade himself at this point, it's just like we'll have to see. So I'm going to be talking about the first half of the chapter, and I gotta say I absolutely adore the color art and all that we got, where it's just like Saitama's serious mode with just this dumb little wig on his head and just like the gi on. It's just like, yo, that is some serious fucking badass shit, I'm not gonna lie. That was my like wallpaper on my phone for quite a while, I'm not gonna lie, it was there. And like just Saitama just like, it immediately just doesn't give a fuck about this big muscular like fucking unibrow motherfucker, and he was just talking about like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do to you and all that, and saying, you know, I'm gonna fuck up your legs and all that, and so you'll be like, you never be able to stand up again and all that, and then your arms, you'll never be able to lift like a pencil, then your internal organs will fly out, and then your head, and you'll just be like, you'll stay in the living world like forever, and just Saitama just punches him, and he's just like, don't touch my head, bitch, don't touch my head, like, and just the guys, like, everyone's reaction as he's just like, goes flying out the ring, and he's just landed head first, and just everyone's like, just shitting themselves, apart from like that one dude that looks like he belongs in like Shokugeki no Soma or something. So he looks like a lot more like an anime version of like Akame or something like that. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to like seeing them going against this guy. It's like, please, you're gonna go against Saitama, you're a fucking bitch like that. Meanwhile, while we got to see a little bit of the organization as well, like seeing what's happening with them, and they're more concerned that like the son, like the one that like a metal bat was like supposed to be looking after, or the son is missing. I think his like name was like Waganama, like that, out of like the, because of like one of the associates, like sons and all that, like what person that puts big money into the place and all that. His son is missing. It's like they've been abducted, but it's just like we can't do anything about it. It's just like there's just too many people, like there's too like many villains out there, and we just don't have enough heroes. And just the rest of it though, as we cut to like Genos going against this cockroach motherfucker, which, you know, this wannabe Terra from Mars guy, who I generally thought was just gonna be like just fucking nothing, but it's just like then literally you turn to like this fight and all that, it's Genos literally trying to uppercut him with a blast right there, and just him like literal like Hajime no Ippo style like Dempsey rolling out of the way and stuff, and I was like, oh, this guy's actually really fucking cool in a way like that. He's really strong like that. And then I gotta say, it's a great recreation in a way of Genos versus the Mosquito Girl from like the second episode of the anime, and like, you know, from a lot of very early on in the manga as well. I was like, this is like exactly what I feel like what like Murata was trying to go for. It's like, this is like Genos now, like this is like, you know, like seeing like kind of like how much he's evolved, and just showing that there are still faster, stronger opponents out there for him. And like even he acknowledges that when he's like, I wanted to use this thing, and it's like, you know, like I didn't want to install a weapon like this, but you know, the doctor was right, I had to do this. And just like the guy's like, is he bluffing? Is it really that powerful? Like, you know, is it homing missiles? Is it gas and all that? And it's just like, oh, we better not have any pesticide in there. And he's like, I'm gonna run away from all that and done and all that. And it's like, I've already had enough with you. I like another monster you can finish off. And he's just like, alright, fuck off then, like, you piece of shit. And then he just comes around for the side swipe, and he's like, I'm kidding the motherfucker, I'm actually gonna get you. And then it's like, no, because turns out it's like adhesive, like he just dropped on like the fucking ground and all that, which is actually something that he's supposed to use against like Sonic. And this is the thing where it's like, he admits this, where it's like the main reason, like, you know, that I'm using this in the first place and all that, it's like so I can actually take on someone like speed of Sonic. And it's like, that even goes to show that I can't catch up to his speed yet, and the fact that I have to use something like this, and like you're like not even as fast as him like that, you got some serious problem. And I absolutely like just love that when he just goes like, oh, but what are you talking about? It just doesn't matter like that. It's just burn. And the guy literally cuts off his own legs just to even get out of this blast. And just when you saw like Genos, someone was approaching him at high speed, and it was like, I wonder who that is and all that. I ain't gonna say and all that, but like I'm pretty sure a few of those have a sneaky suspicion like exactly who that is gonna be there. And Fubiki getting a really good time as well. Like this is the great thing about the second part of the chapter, is that it was getting a great amount of time like for both Genos and Fubiki's, two people I wanted them to have like a little bit of the shine on for a while. And like what I really liked is that she's trying to like at the same time protect her people, like, you know, all her people and her minions by trying to like take over so they don't hurt themselves and she don't hurt them. And then thinking about the thing, like, you know, like especially with Saitama says that you won't survive if like a monster stronger than you appears and your underlings aren't going to help you. And this was a perfect example of just this really beautiful just piece of art. I just heard just like fucking firing them all off her like that. It's just like, it was an amazing fucking panel of that, and it's just literally her getting hit in the fucking like right in the rib and all that when she was going against like this chick, and it's just like she was trying to hold the whip and all that, and like the magnetism and everything, and it was just like this just wasn't enough, and she was like, oh, I'm not gonna hold back now, and just Fubiki just takes this fucking whip like blast like that just right on her like all of the just shoulder blade and all that. And I'm thinking like this was maybe something that she was actually thinking of doing, like this saying like, oh, I did that so you let your guard down, and maybe that was the thing that she could do and get the fuck out. So I'm really like hoping that's the case, but it's like, no, don't hurt my girl Fubiki like that. No, I love her like that. It's like she's like one of my favorite characters. It's like, no, don't hurt her. Other than that though, I thought it was a really great, fantastic chapter. I really did overall really enjoy it a lot. I think this is pretty much about what we're going to be getting for the chapter for chapter 61, since like Yusuke Murata's done this for a while. I was like, I'm going to do 2 parts of the chapter, so maybe hopefully we could have another bit, we could have like the actual little finale bit like that, but that could be a little bit like leading on the suspense night. It's always weird with like One Punch Man, as it just comes out there and it never says, oh, this is the ending, like this is like the ending part of the pain. Well, you know, regardless of what it is, that's definitely a way to lead off suspense, but I want more One Punch Man, and I feel like it isn't the longest a wait anymore because we've got Mob Psycho going on then, which is another like one work going on, plus as well we've got the one manga, and then also as well adding into Yusuke Murata, and then you got to add into like how many other series I personally as well read and watch as well. It's like I have quite a lot of stuff to like buy my time for the next like One Punch Man chapters and all that till they come out, but goddamn, I really enjoyed this one. I'm definitely going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Really loved it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What did you think about this One Punch Man chapter? But that is all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I will see you guys though next time.